Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to another episode of Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. How we doing, group chat? What's up?
What's good?
Good. Happy Labor Day.
Oh yeah.
To those that celebrate. I was in the streets. I just got home 1 second ago. But I had a lovely day. What about
shout
y'all?
out to all the barbecues that happened with Labor Day. That's like shoot. If you had a chance, awesome. If it was your day off, awesome, and you just had the time to chill, shout out any little bit of holiday and shout out to all the laborers.
Laborers.
Right.
No, for real. I enjoyed my little day off. You got a day? You were off today?
Yep.
Definitely enjoyed my day. I needed that rest. Needed it.
Oh, that's right.
1000%. Anybody do anything particular? I know Teresa went to a little cookout.
See, my yesterday.
Sister-in-law did a little boil. My in-laws are from New Orleans, so a little different because me being from Texas, we barbecue every Labor Day. Barbecue. And so I was just like, we doing something. I ain't gonna turn down a boil. It was delicious.
Yeah, all my stuff was yesterday because you have to get the day to recover because we were sipping a little bit, but just a big old potluck of amazing food from chicken, shrimp, everything. It was.
Did you cook it, or was it catered?
I brought some fruit.
Okay.
I bought some fruit.
You didn't come empty-handed. That's all that matter.
Not empty-handed. 2 things of ice and some fruit. But everyone else, their food was amazing.
You can't beat it. I went to some little shindig yesterday that some of my friends were throwing. I actually was supposed to be in Houston this weekend, but some personal things came up, so I didn't get to go celebrate my friends. Shout out to Tori and Aliyah for their birthday. We were supposed to be a whole
Tori.
Thing.
I don't know the other one, girl, but
shout out both of y'all. What you mean? Shout out both of y'all.
We get ice and fruit.
Don't be doing my sisters like that.
I brought something. I brought something.
Eric know I love me some Tori. Okay,
she does.
She
loves Tori.
What's your other friend name?
Aliyah.
Happy birthday to you, Aliyah. But Tori. Send this clip to Tori. Tori, girl.
I'm sending this. I'm sending this to them for sure. So I didn't get to make it to Houston, but some other friends of mine, they were throwing a little shindig, so I went over there and hung out for a little bit. This weekend, I got to get out in the streets a little bit, so I was excited because I hadn't been doing anything for the last couple of weeks. So it was nice to be in community with the people.
Go ahead, Eric, sipping and all that.
No, they were doing some sipping. Some of them had a couple sips or something.
I didn't sip. I should have, but I didn't eat nothing today. So by the time everybody was sipping, I had nothing in my stomach. I said, I'm not even about to do that to myself. And then by the time it was time to sit, I was like, I gotta go.
Cracking up.
So be it.
Man, I would have been excited for some Wild Trees off a little bit of sips podcast.
Maybe I would have been in the bed, laid down. See y'all Thursday.
Right. I don't know if y'all viewers, if y'all watch Reasonable Doubt, it's on Hulu, but it's so funny. I just thought when you said that Eli about her fall asleep, it made me think of a scene when they got drunk. They had a little wine, they had too much wine, and they went back to the house. It's like, oh yeah, we supposed to do this, and they was knocked out.
Laid out. That would 100% be me.
Oh man. But yeah, so y'all know why we here, viewers, listeners. We're here to talk about Big Brother 26. We're going to recap yesterday's episode, which was the Sunday episode, and then get into some of the things that's been going on the feeds, because feeds been a little bit boring, but there's some little things that here and there, just a little bit.
Listen, a little bit.
This Renom situation really was, it's got us in a really interesting situation going into Thursday, which for the first time in a minute, I'm okay with anybody going home.
Well, yeah, because your guys Tucker's finally gone. You've been wanting him gone for so long, so it's like, all right, Eric's cool with anyone going home now that Tucker's gone.
Eric is a hater.
Tucker, certified. If you're listening, I'm sorry.
Let me tag Tucker in this. Come on.
I've been wanting you gone. But just Tucker, I needed you go. I'm sorry. It does not reflect on the rest of the pod. They loved you, and that's not that I didn't love Tucker. I just need him out the way. Since my first couple of faves couldn't win, I needed him out the way so the other ones can thrive. So this episode, they leave us with Tucker leaving, and we kind of get a little bit of background on what was going on in the midst of that HOH vote. Well, not HOH vote, the eviction vote. I'm sorry. And people are you gonna do it? Are you chemo Neil? You're not gonna do it, are you? And Chelsea's funny. She was like, no, of course not.
Which is so smart. Which is so smart because it's like, man, you set them up. It's like if you go into a unanimous vote, then everyone's like, all right, we're all good. And nope, you painted clear targets on people coming into this week.
Yep.
Yeah. And so that was going on. He was nervous. Rubina didn't know. She was like, they got this award energy, and she doesn't know what's happening. Hey, Dan rocks. And so I liked the fact that they kept it a secret. And then they had their little big old meeting about do what's best for your game. And if you want to keep somebody, keep this person. When they know good and well, they was taking this man out because they said, we just need a Mackenzie. That's what Chelsea said. As long as Mackenzie win the AI, the plan is full steam ahead. Tuck, gotta go. And go he did. And
if they weren't smooching and doing all that, y'all might have had Mackenzie. Y'all might have had her.
Because she was ready to, we talked about this last week. Mackenzie was ready to be on Team Tucker. Leah was ready to be on Team Tucker.
Hold on. Mackenzie was Team Tucker for the longest, and didn't nobody even know she was on Team Tucker. Like, do Tucker know you on Team Tucker?
Facts.
She was talking to Tucker like, so what are we gonna do? We as in me and you.
We speak French.
We all found out there was a we all at the same time.
Are we ready? Like,
what? Okay, girl. Listen, hold on. I have to say, I'm not mad at it because I would be doing the same. Like, dang, I ain't doing like,
what we doing?
What are we gonna do? Like, what's up? What? I know we trust each other. What's going on? He'd probably be like, do we? We do.
I would listen.
You're about like 13th on my list, but you know what? You saying this, so you know what?
Never know when you need me. Yep.
I would have been like, if I was on HOH, you was gonna be safe regardless, so you wouldn't even have to worry about that. If I was the HOH, I would have been all in Tucker's ear. But anyway, Tucker gone. Bye bye.
Oh, miss you, Tucker.
And let the people tell it, y'all, on the TL. The season is over. What are we gonna do without Tucker?
Season ain't over, but listen, when Cedric left, there was a tick down in feeds.
It was.
And when Tucker left, it was another tick. Now I'm gonna just say, when Matt left, nothing happened. When Lisa left, not much happened. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be very honest. Like, Ced was really fun on the feeds, and Tucker, he caused a lot of chaos. So yeah, Ced was definitely the most fun. Tucker really took the chaos, because depending on if he used the veto, did this, he gave us continuous content.
He gave us the moment
in that sense.
He gave us.
He did for sure. So when people be like,
moments.
"Why do you say it's not fun?" It's different levels to that, because also, Ced was fun. Like, he did things outside the game that just made feeds enjoyable to watch. But watching people spiral, that's really fun to me too.
Yeah.
And Tucker did a lot of that. So shout out to both.
Those two should definitely be top two for AFP for sure. We know Tucker gonna win it, but top two, they need to be top two.
For sure. A whole pre-jury top. A whole pre-jury top 3 would be crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then people love them some Matt too. So you know what? Matt, Cedric, Tucker, top 3.
No.
I see the vision. I'm seeing the vision.
Not Matt.
No, please.
No, I'm kidding.
This jury, if you have to ask me right now, Chelsea would be the only one that I would even maybe put in there. And that's only because baby lies so well. I gotta award her for something.
And she's playing a game. So I think the people who love playing the game.
Yes.
You're telling me Quinn isn't top 3? That's
no,
the star of the show.
They're put him on the block. You think they're about to give him AFP?
Not for me.
And granted, I know people all say there's lots of game left to play, but I just don't see anyone. And we're gonna get to the episode and everything else, y'all. Yes, Tucker would be the first pre-juror to win AFP. Yes.
There's a high chance. I do believe that.
I don't, even with all the game left to play, I don't think anyone will top Tucker. I just don't think it's possible to do it. I'd be very shocked if anything happens that would make someone.
We also got to do that little nod. Dr. Will did give Tucker a little shout out.
He did. He said he's one of the most entertaining players we've had in a long time.
Let's bring it back to our conversation last week. Is he a legend?
No, that didn't change nothing.
Still saying no? Okay.
I'm still saying no.
Baby, when I talk to Tucker, I'm gonna ask him himself, do you see yourself as a legend or just iconic? He gonna be like, Bo.
I've given him icon status and I've given him all-star status. I'm not giving him legend. What part of this don't y'all understand? Legend. I don't care if Dr. Will ain't saying nothing.
He did.
That's an interesting thought, though. Like, do you have to play twice to be a legend? Somewhat.
No.
I
don't think so.
What else could Tucker have done?
The time that you have in the house, you have to make it memorable, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm 10 toes down with you, Eric. Ty, you about to get blocked.
Exactly, me and Ty like this. But yeah,
remove a user.
I don't think you have to play twice. I think, like I said, Tiffany Mitchell, that's somebody who's only played once, who I would definitely consider a legend. She made her mark on the game. She changed the game. She's a legend, right? Tucker, I just think he's great. I think he's a comedy. I think he's a king of chaos. I think he's very entertaining, which is what Dr. Will highlighted. Okay, he's one of the most entertaining we've had, and I will give him that because he was that. He's had legendary moments. I guess because who volunteers to go on the block multiple times and then goes on to save themselves?
Top of this cast.
Right, and then save themselves.
Listen, we don't want to talk about Queen HOH so much. It's been 12 minutes and 10 seconds, and we still like
yeah. And listen, I don't think Carrie's in the chat yet. If she is, hey Carrie. But Carrie mentioned because she was like she was still mourning over Tucker, and I was like, you'll get over it. She was like, if he was one of your draft members, you would have a different tune. I was like, you're right, because I care about my draft members.
Would.
And the fact that we are in a Queen HOH who is my sole surviving draft member, and I do not care.
He got maybe 2 weeks left, maybe 2.
I don't know.
We're gonna see. Let me clip this. Maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. I think I see him going to about final 6 or 5. Honestly,
we shall see.
I do. But the episode,
his competition is
about. Yeah. So they did the little boohooing. They showed us some little background to Tucker's, the flip or the blind side rather. And then they go into the HOH. Well, before then, hold on. Editing is so funny. They have Angela sitting down at the little little countertop. Chemo is crying, and she says, I know he's your friend. You guys are gonna be besties outside of this no matter what. And Chemo goes, I voted for him to stay because, mind you, it was him against Angela on the block. I voted for him to stay. Angela. Like, girl.
Now, wait a minute.
Please, Angela. Please. So they go to the HOH and the HOH competition. And it's, a BB classic. Eggs.
We haven't seen this one in a while.
23. Right? Those
Really?
23.
Wow.
Who won it in 23?
Kylan.
That is a Kylan comp. That is a Kylan comp.
But Big D almost won. This was the one he was mad about because he almost won. And so it was the egg comp, but they switched the egg comp up. So in 23, they switched it and they kept the switch.
That show was Kylan.
Yeah,
all about that.
So the original, they used to use it, and then they had to put them in that little trough thing, right? Collect so many and put them in a little trough. But since BB23, they now have to roll the eggs down this ramp that has these
so much harder,
right? That has blocks or like little things in the middle of the ramp to keep it from going straight down, and they have to knock down HOH with the eggs. And so the first 3, this is another funny part. The first 3 people,
to the icon Angela.
Yeah, right. And so they have to, the first 3 down, right? Whoever drops the egg first, the first 3 become have-nots. Angela said, I'm gonna wait on the rest of y'all to drop y'all little eggs.
She knew she was gonna drop them. I'm not mad at her. Sis just got off. Okay, she just got off being a have-not, so I can't even hold her. Like if you was like you ain't been a have-not, like girl, you was just on the block. You need to be doing everything you can to get the HOH. But I understand, I get it. And she was like, "Hey Chelsea, I think Chelsea's the only one that hasn't been a have-not in the house." Somebody fact check me. I think she's the only one that hasn't. And then Angela asked her too, like, Chelsea,
will you just drop?
Chelsea want to say hell no.
She did say hell no. Have you lost your mind?
You got your mind. Like Kenzie.
Yeah, Mackenzie was like, you choosing food over safety? Absolutely.
Yes.
And I know Angela is probably not the best person to try to choose food over safety, seeing as she's been a perpetual nomination.
But baby, the way her luck is going.
Ooh, T-Core also hasn't been a have-not, but just Chelsea and T-Core.
T-Core has been a have-not.
Shoot. Right? Not according to what I just pulled up, but
I said Chelsea and T-Core haven't been.
Where I thought she was. Oh, was she? Hold on, she was just in the have-not room all that time.
Timo was in there. Yeah.
The way I thought she was, she stayed her ass in the have-not room. T-Core, venture out. Chemo, you might need to go this week. Where my sis live? Jesus, you so right.
Yeah. And
no,
I like
Rubina was one when Leah and Mackenzie. I do remember them. They was on.
Yeah, as long as you never the first 3 or 4 person to fall out of a competition, you ain't gonna never touch it.
Yep.
That's why I would never volunteer night one. Who wants to be? Not me, because if there's a chance I can go all season without being a have-not, I'm taking it.
Listen, not I, baby, I will. Let me taste it. Let me taste it. I've tasted slop before. Next.
And I may not win all the competition, but I'll make sure I'm not the first 2, 3, 4, 5 out. That I can make sure that.
Listen, and it's on my bucket list to try slot, but not be a have-not. Two completely different things.
Because I even feel like the rooms aren't even that bad. Like they aren't as crazy as like they were 10 seasons ago. But the thing is, hard. Food and cold showers. Like that's truly what makes it tough in my mind. Would have took
me out. Baby, y'all might have had me funky. Get some Lysol spray because cold shower. Baby, if the water is lukewarm, I'm just like, ooh, baby, I would have been taking a wash off, like, because
I wonder if they would even let you.
Because technically, you can wash your hands, right?
Yeah. And
you got to use hot water. You can't be washing hands with cold water that's germ.
Right.
So now, if I get a little soap and water up under my little arms, that's just still. I'm not in the shower.
You're aggressively washing your hands.
Yes. Right. Yes.
So
the cold shower took me out though.
And anecdote. So when I was in Belize,
they would have been talking about me on the feed. This girl. Ooh, they would have been clipped me. Look at this
girl. So when I was in Belize for a study abroad trip, the place where we were staying like with a host family, and they turned the hot water off. We didn't find this out till after we left. That they were like, yeah, we don't have hot water. So the showers were cold, and I felt like I have not, y'all.
They turned it off. They turned it off to save money.
I don't know what they did. They just act like they didn't have no hot water.
Dude, they turned it off to prevent 20-minute showers. That's what they did.
They did, baby. Baby, I know my way around the hot water. Baby, I would have. You believe? On the way out, you did have hot water. Someone just happened to turn the knob off, but I fixed it for you.
And so I had to. It was bad. Like I was like, I don't even want to think about it. It was just I'm like, this is what it feels like to be a have-not.
Baby, you would have got 2 soaps, little rinse, 2 soap, huh?
Baby, I was ducking and dodging.
Baby, I couldn't do it. I would have to like step back. Okay, let me lather. Okay, hurry up, go back.
That's exactly.
Yep.
Exactly how it was. Facts. So their HOH comp, right? So they rolling down the eggs, and Quinn, I don't know why they gave him this little segment. He acted like he just came up with this. If you shake the egg, it gets a little consistency.
Shout out all the big YouTubers. I think
we've been through that one.
Peridium and stuff like that. All them. Shout out.
Right.
All those that came up with those hacks and all that type of stuff. And
Jackson Mitchie, I hate to give him any credit on here. Don't
Yeah, I think he the first one I saw that did that.
Yeah, and he mentioned
it.
Facts. And so he's the one who let everybody. That's why they stopped doing that competition for a couple of years, and they changed it when they came back because that shaking
that
made
is
it
true.
made it easier. And so Quinn still did it, and I guess it made it easier to control when rolling down the little ramp thingy that they had. So I guess it still worked, and you can't really do much about people using that little hack anymore. But anyway, so he uses it. So him, Leah, Mackenzie, and Chemo. They start eating at this little comp. And Cam actually he was the first one to knock it down, but he kind of fell behind.
Yeah, Cam was doing good too.
Yeah, him and Chelsea actually probably could have been in the running too, but a few of their eggs stopped right short, like just at the top of the HOH letter, and then didn't knock it down, which would piss me off. To get it all the way down there, only for it to stop right in front of it and not knock the letter down. So those four, Chemo, Leah, Mackenzie, and Quinn, they got 2 down, and it's down to them. And then finally it's down to Chemo and Quinn, because I guess Leah and they just couldn't catch up. Anyway, so it's down to them 2, and who gonna get it? And Quinn acted a plum fool. He won. And his DRs, I'm so sick of this. He yelling, he's screaming. I don't need Johnny Mac. I didn't like Johnny Mac when he was in the DR.
Johnny Mac was fun though.
No, too loud. What are we screaming for? Like, absolutely no.
It was a little bit. It was a little bit of a lot.
All that stuff, like, be happy, be excited, but you just doing too much. Like, it don't even feel authentic. It's hard for me to see him in an authentic light in anything he does now, because he don't really watch feeds. So we found out he really don't watch feeds. He just watched recaps from all the little podcasts that Eli mentioned. And so it's like, are you really a super fan like you say? I don't know. So he wins.
He a fanboy. He a fanboy.
He a fan. No.
And so he wins, and T-Core is feeling good about it. She was like, "Oh yeah, that's who I wanted to win." Da, 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 da. I'm like, you might be changing your tune shortly. So
on paper, it's perfect. You know, the visionaries,
right?
All that. You know what? Rubina might touch the block, but visionaries, y'all good.
Right? They perfect. They're fine, right? I thought it was hilarious because Mackenzie was going around thinking she was I'm the new comp beast now, so I just know I'm going to be the one that's going to get put. Girl, you want 2 AIs? That is not a comp. 2 AIs does not a comp beast make. I'm sorry.
Ain't.
Hey, but the one to take out Tucker though, you know, that's a little crown. That's a crowning achievement right there.
That is. I will give her that. That put a little more dip on her chip, you know.
But it's still 2 AIs.
It's still 2 AIs against 2 other people, you know. So, and you beat Rubina and Cedric, one who is gone, and another who can't win nothing to save her life. And then Angela, who they didn't even give camera time to because she was doing so bad. So, and then Tucker had his puzzle wrong and backwards.
I'm about to say, she still was doing the puzzle the right way. So Angela would have beat Tucker too.
Right. That part. So, I mean, granted, she is good at competition. I will say that. So that's what people keep throwing as comp beast. We need to have a discussion on what makes a comp beast, because I don't think winning 2 competitions makes you a comp beast. Now, I think if you win 3 back-to-back competitions,
the only person that can claim that is Tucker this season so far.
Yeah.
Now there's room for somebody else to do it, but man won 6 comps. You can't really, you hate him or love him. If you
if Angela were to win a 3rd HOH or veto, power veto, is she a comp beast? Because that's 3 competitions she didn't win.
I let her have it. 4 and up. 4 and up. 4 and up.
4 and up. Yeah, there you go. 4 and up.
I'm gonna do 4 and up.
I like it. 4
and also, these are just my stipulations to call yourself a comp beast. You gotta have at least 4 comps, and it has to at least have been a HOH, because you have to have gotten your hands dirty. You have got to have had a veto, and now since we have AI comp, have won an AI comp. But of course, if that's not in the second half, we'll X that. But you gotta at least have had to get your.
Well, you don't necessarily need to have a veto or
in my opinion.
Because what if you win like 4 vetoes and not no HOHs? You know what I'm saying? So like you a veto king or queen.
That's true, because Rohan, I give him comp beast status.
Yeah. So you can be a veto king or queen, or an HOH king or queen, or a combination of both, but at least 4.
I just like
Now, if you did 3 back to back,
hands dirty.
Oh,
yeah. If you do 3
if you
consecutive,
back to back,
yeah,
yes, you
combies.
get that.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, we just change the rules up when we want to. So
facts.
Right. Because
it depends on the day.
Hey, Journey with the Queen. Because you know how we say Jag, you know, he won all them competition, but we like, you was going against senior citizens. So are you really a comp beast or
no?
I know, do you have to win early on?
There's a difference. Jag is not a comp beast. Jag won comps. There's a difference. He won
I like
comps.
that. I like it. Welcome, Journey. Welcome. So yeah, so Mackenzie, she's worried. Leah tells her, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Leah was like, I know I'm good. She didn't say this in her DR. She was just like, yeah, you know, me and Quinn, we're good. You know, I made sure, you know, we were good before this, you know, before the eviction. So I should be good. But she should have added, I know he liked me and he ain't gonna never put me up. So I know I'm really
good. Hey, much love to Leah though.
That's the realty.
Right. Okay. And then you have Quinn, you know, he's obviously going after Angela and Rubina. And I love editing how when he mentioned Angela, he's like, I'm thinking about Angela. They pan in her face. She goes, ooh. And then they pan, he was like, and then Rubina, and it goes to Rubina walking through the door. And she makes a sad face. I'm like, editing, top tier.
That editing been on.
I'm about to say,
this whole season.
This team.
Great year for the editors.
Keep this team. Oh, Journey says her mom used to watch Big Brother. She doesn't know she is now. She's missing out on a really good season. Tell her she needs to get on it. This season has been good. Once again, we'll get into it because we watched the feeds. So the veto, once again, 7 weeks in a row, have been used. And
Big Brother Canada.
I mean,
because I was about to say, I felt like the only way this would happen is if they didn't let the HOH play in the veto anymore. But you know what? These nominees, just everyone else is winning it. So shout out to that.
I love it. And it's being used because, you know, too often.
So what's the record?
This might, for US, this might be the biggest record for consistent veto.
What was it? Was it 10 in Canada?
I think they went 1 week out of the whole season, maybe 2.
Yeah, BB Can, the one that really Ty won, BB Can 11 or whatever. That was like every week.
Right.
Probably 11.
What was it? The 4? It was the final 4 because
one, maybe 2.
He was the HOH and he won and he didn't have to use it. Is that the only one he didn't? That might have been the only one.
That might be it.
Because he was safe.
Yeah, but for US, this might be the cake for US.
Yeah, 7 weeks. So I hope they keep this going. That's good. That's good. So those are the potential nominees. And so HOH Quinn is trying to decide who is going to be that third nominee. So he's having his little talks. Him and Chelsea, they recoup and they dance and they shouting and they, hey, we made it. And he's trying to lock in. He told Chelsea, hey, me, you, Cam, T-Core, I want to lock something in, and maybe Mackenzie. And she's like, oh yeah, add Mackenzie. And I'm glad Chelsea learned. This is, y'all, we talked about it a few weeks. Go back and pay attention. We said Chelsea's mistake in week 4 or 5, whichever one of those weeks, was not scooping up Mackenzie when she was attached to her at the hip, not scooping up Leah when they were attached to her at the hip. She learned. She got Mackenzie in from this last week. Made sure she was good, put in on the plan. And now they scooping her up. And Teresa probably mentioned it, but I'm just go ahead and say it. Mackenzie was talking about on the feeds, talking about me, you, and Ken, we could be the final 3. And then me and you, we be a final 2. This is her and Chelsea talking. Like, this is what makes great players, legendary players, fixing mistakes like that. You know, so we gonna see.
She's learning along the way. You know, she had a couple delusional moments, but
who doesn't?
She moving. Yeah, she's making some correct choices. I will say that for sure.
Yeah. And then so he's having a conversation with T-Core. He's like, you good, you ain't gotta worry, you my girl. And T-Core was like, yeah, so who they gonna be that third nominee? He's like, you know, Chemo could be up there. And she was like, hold on, Chemo.
What happened?
Bro. Like, are you crazy? And he was like, yeah, you know, Pawn, maybe, you know. And he was telling Chemo this, and Chemo's like, so, what are you thinking about? He's like, what about you being a pawn? And he was like, well, you know, pawns have went home. Yeah, you sent one of those pawns home, Chemo. So if it kind of happens to you, I mean, it'd only be befitting.
So be it.
So Chemo was not happy about the idea of potentially going up as a pawn, and he was so stressed and worried. He came and talked to Quinn again. He was like, so I feel like you're gonna put me up. I would have said, yeah, your feeling is right. You are going up. You're going up. And there's not much you can really do about it. But he was like, you got the votes, don't worry, you're gonna be safe. How many times have we heard this? How many times?
Pawns never go home, y'all. Pawns never go home. Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it in years.
I bet won't nobody offer to be a pawn ever again.
And what do you mean? We say this every season. We say every single season, oh, this is the last time we have people saying, oh, you know what? I'll be the pawn. And the next season, it still happens over and over and over.
We gonna see. But this happened multiple times now, like in back-to-back seemingly, you know, just so quick and close together that we've seen it. So hopefully we get people that push back against being a pawn. And I just don't think Chemo did enough. I would have been like, so what about the Visionaries? You putting me up, so are you saying the Visionaries is dead, Quinn?
Listen, we talked about it last week, and I said that I did not think T-Core and Chemo, because y'all are a package deal.
Chemo.
I don't think they did enough to nurture the Quinn relationship that they had. And
well, T-Core did.
On the block.
She did.
T-Core did a little bit, but she still
could have did more. If she did more,
but
she did that for herself.
That last conversation she had with Quinn the night before evictions, I think saved her. Do I think she was gonna hit the block even before then? No, because she is wildly loved. But now we see those repercussions are happening based off of the things that transpired in her HOH. So
yeah,
even if it didn't hit her, it hit all her allies.
So did. One by one and two by two.
Boom, boom, boom. Yep.
So I mean, that's the thing though. She did enough for herself, even if it was just a little bit. And that's all it takes. You sometimes sometimes your grace don't extend to your allies, unfortunately. And there's nothing you can do about that.
End of the day, there's only one winner, and you gotta stay alive. And T-Core has those relationships.
Listen.
Does she need Chemo? It'd be amazing to have. Also, it'd be great to have him in jury.
Yeah.
But people love T-Core.
Exactly. And so I want Rubina and Chemo's seat firmly planted in that jury. I want it stuck there, because that's 2 automatic votes out of what we are speculating to be only 4 votes needed now. You only have half of the votes needed. If it is a 7-person jury, those are 2 guaranteed votes out of 4. That's a great position to be in going into the finals. So she's safe. Chemo's in danger. Rubina is definitely in danger. I think Rubina should have did a better job with that whole Quinn thing. She should have been up under Quinn during T-Core's HOH. Like, I was thinking, I know you put me up, but that's out of my mind. I'm moving past this. I'm forgiving, like, no matter what. So that way she could have laid the groundwork. So even after Tucker got evicted, she could have been like, remember we had this conversation before Tucker got evicted that I still wanted to mend fences with you. I don't know how far along that would have went with Quinn, but maybe that would have given her a little bit more with him, because he was like, oh, well, we had this conversation before. Because if you start having stuff like this after the fact, I can't trust it. But if you're talking about, if Tucker does go, because that's what I would be, Quinn, if Tucker get out this game, listen, if that's what happened, that's what happened. I would hate it. But moving forward,
so be it.
If I win this next HOH, even if you do go home, you good with me. And that's what I want you to know. And I think that would have went a little bit away. She might have still would have hit that block just out of safety precaution. You got to make sure she on the block. But she might not have been his target. So, because I know he was saying Angela his target on the episode, when in reality he was talking about Rubina being his target on the feed. So from what I heard, maybe that switched. But I know in the beginning stages he was kind of saying that he wanted Rubina to be the target. But Treese can correct me, or somebody in the chat can correct me if that's wrong or not. But I could have sworn he wanted Rubina gone. But
yes, that was the first initial target, and then he switched to Cam's got by himself, and then he was like, Angela's my target. So I don't know if that was true, if like he just decided to switch or what.
Yeah. So yeah, so those are his nominations. I'm just gonna flat out Angela, Rubina, Chemo up on the block with a toss up between, I guess, Rubina and Angela, one of them being the target. And I'm gonna just throw it on over to Cheesy. I can't talk tonight, y'all. Tracy to catch us up on the feeds.
So to the feeds. Okay, so we gonna just get to it. We're gonna cover right on through this because Queen, your HOH is born. Okay, but luckily Leah put a little bit of spice on it, a little bit, right? So we're gonna just jump into Saturday morning. We know Leah won the veto, right? Initially, she said she is not using the veto, right? The only thing that was really interesting to me that happened Saturday, that I'm sure we all heard by now, Joseph, Angela approached Joseph in the backyard and was like, hey, can you talk to Quinn and see, like, you know, what you can do to help me, see if you can get the target off me, whatever. And Joe basically told her straight up, like, ma'am, you gonna need to win the AI comp. Like, he was telling the truth. Okay, there was a good possibility that she might have went home. Chemo was looking like a good person to take out to the other side of the house, but there was a chance she was gonna go home. So he was being brutally honest with her. And then of course she ran that back to Leah, and then she put on the waterworks. She's like, you know, you just hurt my feelings. You just counted me out, you know. She was acting out big stuff to Joe, but then of course, you know, when Angela run a story to somebody else, you're gonna have some type of emotion in it. You know,
and he pulled my hair, he pushed me down the stairs.
Yep.
Every extreme is taken, and it makes it so fun. Would hate to be like the byproduct of like, oh, I had a conversation, now she's taking it to 10,000, but oh man, it's so that's does exactly it every time.
Yeah.
So T-Core and Rubina have been chatting about a girls' alliance. Now, let me say this. Everybody has been getting on Rubina because now that Tuck gone, she want to start a girls' alliance. I have to give her this one little thing because Rubina was talking about a girls' alliance while Tucker was in the house. I have to give her that. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to about Rubina, but she has been talking about it. And to be honest, she brought it up to T-Core during her HOH week. She's like, how do you feel about if a girls' alliance started? She literally said, me, you know, I love Tucker, but me and Tucker's games don't align. I said, well,
she said,
is somebody trying to play a game for themselves? I said, okay. And this is why Tuck was still in her, and this was before he was on the block. So I gotta give her that little bit of one. So
this was during his HOH.
Genuine. Was it during his HOH? It might have been during HOH, huh?
Because they were gonna flip. If Brooklyn had won the AI comp, they were gonna send Kim.
You're right. So 2 weeks ago almost. So I have to give her that one little thing or whatever. So anyways, Rubina does talk to Mackenzie about it. She ran it right on back to Chelsea. But Chelsea was kind of like, you know, we might go right the middle if we do this. And I was just like, you know what? The men is trying to take each other out. This might be the opportunity.
A man going home.
And when
this week. So
listen, and when I say that a girls' alliance, to be very honest, it don't even have to be an alliance.
Just work together.
If a guy's on a block, let's take him out. Like whatever like if you work better with Quinn, vote Quinn. Now if you work better with Cam, vote Cam. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going home.
So if y'all don't even have to agree on a vote, just put the men on the block. And if it's just a man on the block and a woman, put them up. You know, you vote them out or whatever. So anyways, excuse me. T-Core has been upset ever since we'll say talk is cheap now. This don't work for camera night. Yeah, that's that.
The girly pops.
Yep, the girly pops. T-Core has been upset ever since Tuck has been evicted. Baby, this is the most like angry emotion we've seen out of her. And it's so hilarious to be like, she is just pissed. Like, she even got pissed. Mackenzie was rubbing on Cam's hair, and she was like, that's so disrespectful. I'm like, you just don't like that.
Anything.
Cam was eating up all them head rubs. He was just like, he loved all them head rubs. It's like, that's so disrespectful. Girl, Chelsea and Cam do not go together. Okay, girl? But it was so funny that she got so upset about it.
Listen, she been on her ones and twos about this being petty because she was pissed about Kim. She was like, we're done. If he put up either one of y'all, she's talking about Quinn. Quinn is done. If I went HOH, he's the target.
Done.
So she's pissed.
Exactly. We did put your little friends on the block. I did note this in my notes, so I'm gonna say it that Joseph took over Tucker's bed. And if y'all watch feeds, now you know Tucker is a sweaty fellow. And he did not wash them sheets. So Joseph is sleeping in Tucker's sweaty sheets. So for that long, you and his sheets can be evicted, Joe.
He didn't go wash the sheet?
No, didn't.
I mean, he's trying to get his superpowers rubbed off on him. He's trying to, you know what?
What you mean?
It's sleeping in his sweat, and then you're gonna absorb the sweat. And you're gonna get those the steroids Tucker was taking to win all those comps.
Every bed exchange each week, if the beds are switching, somebody else is in a different bed, the sheets will be washed before I lay in them. Absolutely. I'm not sleeping in nobody else's sheets.
100%. No way.
HOA's bed included.
That's a lot of work.
1000%. No way I'm sleeping in nobody else's sweaty sheet. I wouldn't even want to sleep in my sweaty sheets. I'd be like, these need to go in the wash.
Exactly.
You're not about to do this. You think I'm about to double up? No, we're not about
I said he finally cleaned them.
He better have after 18 days. A little nasty.
Joe, so anyway. No, Mary. Yeah, I don't believe it either. That's what everybody talking about. I'm throwing no, like Tiffany Mitchell said, if you could have won, you would have. He ain't throwing nothing.
He was throwing. Well, he was losing them. That's what he was doing. He was losing them. Throwing. I don't know what you was doing. Moral of the story is you was losing them and you lost all of them. You lost all of them. Okay.
You tried. And you lost.
So now we are on yesterday. Quinn asked Leah straight up if she was gonna use the veto. She said she didn't know if she was gonna use it or not. She said Angela would be my one vote in the jury. And she says, like, even if she's just my one, that is the one person on my side. And Leah, I gotta give it to you. Even if I know there is a sure, fast, 1000%, like I'm losing regardless. But baby, if I'm sitting there final two, I'm gonna get that one vote. I am not mad at her because let me tell you, you never know. And I'm not saying Angela has the possibility to do this, but one person can possibly have some kind of influence to flip the whole jury. You never know. Okay, so I'm taking that chance. That one person. And there is a chance. What if this girl end up making it all the way to the end, and I'm sitting next to her? Y'all like money. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all giving Angela this money?
Facts. And the petty in me, like me, I'm like, yo, you ain't fist to 7-0 me, 9-0 me in the final two. That's what you're not about to do.
Right. Exactly that.
No.
So Quinn's preference, obviously, for her to not use the veto. He didn't want to get his hands dirty. She asked him, like, who would be the renom? And he was like, well, maybe I'll do Skittles. I wanted him to do the Skittles. Be stupid.
I'm with the TL. He can't come up with an original idea to save his life.
He should have came up with something like
it's not gummy bears. That's true. That's brand new.
But it's candy.
Oh, wait, no. Wait, that was BB16, right?
That was Canada, BB Canada.
Or wait, did someone do Skittles in BB16? My memory's so bad. Y'all.
Kylan did Skittles when he was asking who was the most influential.
I don't remember.
Gotcha.
I think he was using Skittles, but
M&M's, something.
He was using something.
Some kind.
But he didn't come up with this idea. He heard somebody on. He probably heard Kevin talking about it on RHAP, and now he decided that's what he wanted to do if he went HOH.
Joe was for sure like, no, don't do that. Joe didn't want that done because it was like, that's the possibility that I could go up. I don't want that. You might should have told him to use them Skittles, Joe. So let me see. So basically all last night, they were kind of going back and forth, Leah and Quinn, like whether she was going to use the veto or not. Quinn did a very, very, very creepy speech to her that was weird. That said this. Well, can somebody, Eli, can you look up that speech? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know.
I had it, and it was so so terrible. Creepy. He was talking to him little baby voice. He said, "You look good in yellow. I don't even remember what it was, but it was a mess. It was absolutely like reading it was like, okay, like that's weird. But hearing him, it was just so oddly uncomfortable.
Okay,
But
so here it is.
Here we go.
You are sick nasty. You are incredible. You look really
Sick
cool
nasty.
and yellow. I like your smile. You treat people with kindness. You are really funny. You are really good at cooking. There's a lot. The word sensational comes to mind when I think of you. Weirdo. Or in the words of Phaedra, loser. Loser.
It's just, oh my God. And it's just so funny because he's like, I know like she's terrible for my game, but you look really pretty today, Leah. Oh my gosh, Quinn, you not beating the weirdo allegations. That was just weird, but whatever.
And she just looking like
so.
Shout out to Leah.
Anyway,
shout out to Leah. It's a game. Hey, it's a game, and I don't know.
Leah, baby.
At this point, I'm not mad. At first, I was kind of like, Leah, you wrong because you saying all this bad stuff about Quinn behind his back, and then his face. You like, oh no, I like you. Da, da, da. It crossed the point of where it's not game now. Now you're just being mean. But now everybody done told Quinn, and he's just like, so.
Yeah.
Well, if you can what Leah do, then Leah have at it. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's taking full advantage of it. And he knows it. And he still don't care. But the most important thing that happened this weekend, this is the most important. So open your ears. Cam made Chelsea some lemon pepper wings, and they were delicious. Well, I'm a little starved by it, but you know it was so funny to me because of course, of us being a podcast of color, the little colorful moments that we see on the feeds is so funny to me. So when Cam was outside, it just like, oh, this chicken good, and then T-Court came out. And she was just like, well, we can't all be out in the backyard eating this chicken.
What are we doing?
So it was, but they would tell you, she was like, what is good?
It was funny watching T-Court the way she reached into there, like picking her little chicken. She was reaching there, she let me check, and she said, her famous, this is a different.
She remind me of Ozza so much. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see them together. In return for that, Cam got him a little head scratch. Now, Mackenzie. Fam, get out the way. Cam was laying. When I tell you it pissed me out, I was in the mind of T-Core. Like Cam was laying on Chelsea, giving a head sketch, and then her Mackenzie on the other. It's like this Cam head, right? And then here go Mackenzie. Girl, I do not need your help. Move out the way.
What's that Monique mean? I don't need help.
Do not need your help. But anyways, that was
a
little
pop
fun
the hand. You know when your black mama's doing your hair and you get your hand popped with a comb. She should have popped the hand. Girl, back your hand up.
Oh my god. So anyways, Leah wanted to have some one-on-ones for her veto.
As one does. No.
Do people be doing that? Like, and she don't even make the decision. So the rest of the house, I think, is irrelevant. But at least the noms, I would have been like, baby, I don't care if I'm on the block. I don't care if you hate me or like me. Baby, will you use that veto on me? What do I need to promise you?
Right.
Because I'm like Chelsea. I'm Chelsea every time. It ain't gotta be the truth. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to another week. We'll deal with it next week. That sounds like a next week problem. I'm trying to deal with the problem for today. Today I'm on the block. So,
and also to add to that, that's why it's important to really understand the house dynamics. Who's in control of the house? If you're on the block, the HOH may be the HOH, but they may not be the one running the house. So who is running the house? Who has the most influence in the house? Because that's who you need to go to. That's who you need to go to. Because even if the person who win the veto don't save you, the one with the most influence might have the votes to keep you.
Exactly.
Mark that down. Look, you Big Brother. Remember that.
Put that in our little AWAGBT gonna be their book of Big Brother.
Okay, our masterclass.
There you go.
That's the word.
So what was interesting, which if you team fun feeds, we already know how production works. Leah basically mentioned in so many words, she didn't say the exact words, but that DR was throwing hints that they wanted her to use the veto. Duh, we know that. No news. You know, we know production sways. So if you use the veto, who are you thinking using on? She's probably like, I'm not gonna use it. Okay, but if you did, who would you use it on? Yeah, but I'm not gonna use it. I guess Angela. Oh, don't you think Angela would be great if you use the veto on her? Think about a jury vote. What do you think she's gonna? You know, I'm sure those questions are pegged like that because Leah started talking about jury when she started mentioning using a vote on Angela. She probably like,
you know, she ain't said nothing about no jury all this time.
She ain't, baby, nothing. And I said, where'd it come from?
Like Mary said,
baby, the DR done gave Leah all her game. They said, Leah, baby, you want to play a little bit today, this week. But anyway, so this morning, we know Leah used the veto on Joe. I bet you they called Leah Angela. To the DR like, hey, on Angela. They said, hey, are you going to use the veto? She said, yep, boy. They did that wake up call. They said, straight to the ceremony, straight to it. Baby,
they said we get out of here by noon today.
Baby, they said, we is not holding up. We don't want her to change her mind again. We sitting here, we tired of talking, listen to this girl talk. She rambles. So they got straight to it. So Joe ends up hitting the block. Angela and Joe did chat. They chatted about, you know, the situation I told you earlier where he was being straight up with her, like, you know, you need to just go out and win AI. I don't think you have the votes. He said, you done blew up on people so many times in this house. You don't have credibility. He was being
But honest. What was the point of him even telling her that? Like,
hey,
listen, too cocky. So let me go back and rewind.
Get all that running in his mouth.
Especially, so ever since Tucker left, right? Joe has been having word vomit at the mouth. I'm telling you, literally, the night Tucker left, he has been running his mouth nonstop. And when I say nonstop, he's like, yeah, I had a final two with Tucker. Oh, yeah. And then, you know, I had this, you know, thing with Matt. And then, you know, Angela didn't want me to talk to Matt. So, you know, I had to talk to Matt. Oh, and then, you know, Thursday at 7 p.m., I ate 3 green beans. And then I was just like, that's not really that good. I'm going to get a peanut butter. Like, he telling everything.
Because he lost.
When I tell you, like, is it the end of the game? He got too confident. Like, well, that don't matter. So we in a new stage. Yeah.
He thought he was gonna have Tucker the whole game because he thought there was no way Tucker was going home this soon. He thought he could hide behind Tucker and then he could take the game from the middle end of the game to the end. And he just played it all wrong. Cause like, what was it when you telling people that you had a final two with Tucker? Oh yeah, we had a final two. Okay, that's why Angela was like, see, I knew it. I knew she said she was like, my gut was telling me I couldn't trust what Tucker was doing because like this was confirming the things that I was already thinking. And so
and what's funny is, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say because he was having a conversation with Leah and he was basically telling her, like, yeah, I'm coming for Chelsea, she's my target. And Chelsea, and this was good on Leah, she kept her mouth shut for once because Chelsea has talked to Leah and grown close to her, and she mentioned that she wants to target Joe. Leah did not spill that information to Joe.
Hopefully she spill it tonight.
Hope she spilled the Joe tea to Chelsea because, like, oh, by the way, he wants you to know.
I'm gonna let you know before I put that in. I'm gonna let you know what he said because she gonna believe it. Mm-hmm. What was I about to say? Oh, Joe also mentioned the 5 points alliance to Quinn, which then in return made him not want to trust Chemo. Which Chemo, Lord Jesus, Chemo is a whole other story. But Joe basically had word vomit at the mouth, gave up his entire game, and it's just like, boy, is the game in tomorrow? Like, are we doing a down memory lane? He just said way too much. He got too cocky. He literally was telling people he was throwing comps. He said, "Well, I didn't have to win."
I mean, shoot,
you did.
I don't. Hey, he's getting his deep dive over now while it's on feeds. He's letting people know the deep dive because does he have enough for a deep dive?
Baby, he's doing a dip. A deep dip is what he's getting. No dive.
A toe touch.
Because the way his game is set up, you dive, sir, you're gonna be on an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Okay. You will be in Seattle Grace, locked up in the ICU because it's not a lot of death there. But anyways, Leah, that was Leah, Joe, let me see. Leah told Joe to his face in the room, in the HOH room, that she didn't know that Joe was gonna be the renom. And if she right, and if she knew that he was gonna be a renom, she would have used the veto. Queen was like, No. She's like,
Oh,
oh,
that's genius.
well, you really said that in the room? They was like, and she was like, well, I didn't know. I forgot. Well, I didn't think you were serious.
I love that.
Oh my God.
Ultimate play dumb, and
she just giggled and they're just like, okay.
I was like, oh, is that what you said? Boy, what do you have paying attention?
And let me tell you how crazy it is. After Leah left, Joe said, man, I don't know what it is about Leah, because if Leah was in those final 2 chairs, she could have the worst game out of everybody, and I'm still voting for her to win. And that's exactly why your ass is on the block, and I hope you go home this week. That's exactly why Quinn was like, yeah, you're right. So the Simp Boys, you know what? That's the Simp Boys is the name.
They the Simp Sons. That's what they are. Sons
there
of
you
Simps.
go.
The Simp Sons.
S.9.
And so, yes, the last important thing, of course, Leah mentioned once again about production. And Leah did say in so many words, she said that production changed her mind on using a veto. She said, I went in there and I was like, and they were like, what are you going to do? But then it was changed. And she was like, is that adding up to you? So she was like, I went in there thinking one thing that I was going to do, but then somehow it changed. I wonder if they gave her a little incentive.
Listen, because Ty said she don't believe that they did that and that she lying. But here's my thing. She could be lying. But look, I'll be like, listen, y'all want me to change? How much? How much you trying to give me?
Hey.
Y'all did give Tucker 20K, so I mean, you ain't got to give me 20K,
looking like
what about 5?
All right.
Add that and bring me the contract in the morning before the ceremony.
I was about to say this contract has been cooking, because there's been some things where even early in the season trying to get T on like, oh, why'd they cut feeds here? I feel like I haven't heard nothing from nobody. So that these embargoes, whatever it is, like they must be paying them. Yeah, they're paying them, NDAing them.
Hold on.
And all that.
They paying them, or they got a crazy fine for real. But you know what? If Leah is lying, one thing production really does, they really good on, they will make it. Now you have to go back and say that. So we'll see if in the coming, literally tonight, I can see it. But y'all be telling on yourselves. So
that part. And my thing is too.
So if she lying,
even if she ain't lying, I'm upset because I can't stand the production. Production can't make you make a decision unless you want to make the decision.
I don't know.
Exactly. They can't make you. They can give you every incentive or persuade you or keep you locked in the DR for 4 hours. You just be like, okay, fine. They will do that.
And then you get out there and do what you want to do.
At the end of the day,
but it's a perfect excuse. It's perfect to be like, oops, I accidentally did it. Oh man, it's not what I'm so sorry. You were nominating Joseph. How was I supposed to know?
Look at
look, I came to the show to win money, and we at final 10.
Number is, but we can talk about it.
Even if I believe that I got the ability to make it to the end, I'm gonna make a little extra money before I get there and guarantee money at that. You want me to use the veto? Bet. And I'm safe regardless, so it's not really gonna hurt me. And I know I got such and such wrapped around my finger like Leah got Quinn. There will be no repercussions. So why wouldn't I do it?
Right.
Sure would. Just show me the contract, baby.
Right. So after that, fees had cut for the Labor Day party, and I know shortly after we started recording, Ty said that feeds were back, and they had a little wizard. So hopefully we might get some interesting feeds tonight. I don't know. We gonna see. Oh, Big Brother, let me give you a little because Cam and Chelsea, yes, a lashing. Cam and Chelsea had a conversation about their potential showmance, and y'all didn't put the camera on her. I'm pissed about it because Chelsea talked to T-Core, and she was just saying like how they were talking about their relationship, like we would never be out like this or whatever, and they were talking about their feelings and their emotions, and I am pissed because I want to see them have a conversation. Y'all don't even gotta be kissing her. I just want to see what the feelings is. Okay, I'm not going to even lie to you. I'm feeling a little void now that
because I was about to say
Dina is gone. I would never.
If there's one thing I know about Trace.
Readjust my sweater because you and these. Show me, sis.
Oh my, yeah.
I just want to see. I just want to hear.
Treese is a certified showman's lover. A certified showman's lover.
What happened to
you know what it is?
What happened, sister?
You know what it is? You know what it is? It's because I'm getting married. That's what it gotta be. It gotta be. Because I ain't never been getting married before, and now I'm getting married. So it must be
all this love.
Cause I'm like, Trees, sister. This is not you.
I never cared. That's what it gotta be. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. Okay. But anyways, unless y'all got anything else, that pretty much wraps Queen's HOH week up. We're gonna see who is gonna be evicted. I personally, out of Joe, Rubina, and Chemo, Joe, you gotta go. If it ain't Joe, Chemo, I might need to get clipped. I just want to see what Takor do. Like, are you gonna venture out? What are you gonna do? Because luckily, Rubina, even though she done had her little like Tucker moments and she be sad and she still talk about them, she do know how to have fun. So hopefully she'll do that, because Chemo and Takor, they like to lounge around and be sad together and put their little blankets on. Like, come on, you need to venture out.
Before the veto was used, I was rooting for Chemo to go home. I wanted Chemo gone. It was his time to go. But Joe got a little too big for his britches and mustache this week and started talking cash money that he couldn't back up. And he coming for Chelsea, who I'm rooting for. So I'm like, him leaving will be best for Chelsea's game. And so I'm leaning more towards letting Joe look like I got the power. Talking about letting Joseph be the one to go home. Right. But also, what would shake the game? I don't know if it would shake the game up, but it would shake some dynamics up if Joseph somehow won AI and Takor has to choose between Rubina and Chemo. And if she, depending on who she votes for, one of them is going to jury, the other one staying in the house. What if she votes for the one that stays? Votes out the one who stays, or like how?
I feel like their relationship, they wouldn't like. I feel like they would understand.
I think so.
It's ultimate lose.
Rubina would, if she chose to keep Rubina and Chemo stay. I feel like he gonna be. And Chemo leave. I feel like he gonna be pissed in the jury out. Me and Takor being how dare she? Or if he vote her out, if Takor votes him out and he stays, he can be like, so I thought we were final two. He chose
right. We gonna see.
Yeah.
Ooh,
for sure. I think the only other little tea was, there may be some.
Do not like Joe.
No, stop.
I like Joe. I don't think they like Joe.
No.
What do you? He's a star. He's a star, y'all.
He want to be a star so bad.
How are we gonna lose like back-to-back stars? It has me sick. What are we supposed to do in a Big Brother house without Tucker and Joseph?
The dynamic duo. The second coming of Chilltown and the Hitman. Like, what? Like, what are we supposed to do with that?
It's insane. Yeah. It'll be the toughest loss of a player if Joseph leaves in like a week.
Right.
Like, it'll be massive. Like, I don't think I felt that amount of sadness.
Feeds will be done if Joseph leaves on Thursday. Feeds are done.
I'm going to forget hold on. If Joe had just kept his mouth shut, if Joe had just minded his business, Joe would have been good. Joe ran his mouth too much. Your mouth gonna get you in trouble. Okay? And Joe, now look at you. Just like we said, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, you was doing good, but you started opening up your mouth and you was talking too much.
Cash money.
Yep.
And they didn't have it to back it up. Quit writing checks that you can't catch.
Yep, that's it.
So
we gonna see who's evicted on Thursday. Hopefully it's a man.
It will be. I don't see Rubina going home regardless.
At this point, no, I don't see Rubina going either.
So a man will be leaving. We'll be down to three men and 6 women. Final 9.
Yep.
Interesting. And then a man will still find a way to win.
Listen, that we've seen this story.
Hopefully not. We gonna see.
We were at what? BB23. It was what? 7 women and 3 men. Yeah. No, and they still, the man still won.
Well, Big Brother BB Can 11 was like 2 guys versus 7 women or whatever.
Yeah,
it wasn't that crazy.
They're making these comps equitable, whatever now. But you know what's funny is I think Slip and Slide is coming, and I would absolutely love if it was next week because Quinn can't play, and because he been crying to play it all week.
Like it's gonna be what MJ or Cam to win it because they long legs. Yeah, and I can honestly see
that might be MJ's win.
Well, we got the former volleyball player versus the former football player.
Listen, hold on. Now, Mackenzie did mention this. Now, I don't know if she know, like, girl, you're gonna be diving with liquid. You have to not spill the liquid. But in volleyball, you do dive. Like, we literally practice diving on hardwood floor. Okay, it's painful, but you do have. There is a lot of technique to it, and if you don't do it right, it do hurt.
Hey,
so if you can do it on hardwood floor, that might help her.
I just thought of a strategy. Go ahead, Eli.
Yeah.
Oh, I was about to say in volleyball, I'm pretty sure you dive forward. All it takes is whoa, and then back fall, and then you're done. You're done.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if this has been stated in the rules or not. But can you fill your cup up and just slide your cup down the thing and then go get it and like slide down without?
That's the worst idea I've ever heard, Eric.
No, I think you have to hold your cup.
Do you have to hold it? Okay. How is that a worse idea? It's not gonna spill.
It's a slant. It's slanted, so you're gonna push it down, and you're gonna lose some as it goes down, and it's gonna like hit the surface, and it's probably gonna flip over.
No, if you do it right, I think it could work.
The girls. The only reason why I think I'm just gonna call it. I feel like Mackenzie has a great chance at this age. She's quick on her feet. Obviously, she's an athlete.
Yeah.
She's tall. She has very long legs. But also, that goop, you can get it in your hair and still use it. And she mentioned, she said, yeah, I might have to get extensions in, and so T-Car was taking them braids out. Leave the braids in until after the top, because the braids gonna scoop up a lot. And so Quinn literally, I'm like, running his mouth too much. He literally told Mackenzie and Leah this, and they're like, oh, that's a good idea. See? Why you running your mouth too much? That is something you should have kept to yourself. But anyway, so we're gonna see. I would rather Cam win HOH next week, honestly. Only because then we will be forced to see him game. Like, why do y'all keep cutting feeds? Like, even when he is gaming, or even when he's having personal conversations, and it's specifically with us, I hate that they're cutting it. Like, what do y'all not want us to see?
Yeah.
So let him be HOA so we can really see what's going on, because y'all ain't gonna have no choice but to at least show us something.
And this will be if he wins HOH, all the black people would have won HOH this season.
Ooh, that's rare. Because it's been a couple of duds of some seasons. Okay, it's been a couple of duds. So this would be very,
I would like to see him win.
That'll be a first. The first time our black people won a comp in a season.
All one HOH.
Be a first. Yeah, that'll be dope.
And all won a comp. All won a comp. And all won a comp, because even the cookout, only one person did not win a comp. In the cookout.
Who didn't win a comp? Big D?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He'll get him next time.
He'll get him next time, absolutely. That Ed comp, he was very close. Very close.
He almost had that HOH.
He lost by a few seconds. Well, probably not a few seconds, but like he was on the precipice of it. So yeah, we'll see. This will be really exciting. I hope that'll be a nice little, stat.
It's not even a little staple on the season.
A little history maker. Like, you can put that on y'all belt. Like, y'all did that. Like, if all four of y'all win it, like y'all did that. Even though half of y'all gone, will be gone. Like,
wait, did Brooklyn win?
Scream me. On that note. I'm not playing with Eli at all.
Bye.
Scream.
Anyways, go ahead and get us out of here, Eric.
Y'all, we appreciate you for sticking around and hanging with us tonight as we recap Big Brother 26. If you have not already, go to YouTube and follow us and subscribe at Who All Gonna Be There podcast, and turn on those notifications so you never miss when we got an episode coming. And if you're already on Twitter, or you're not on Twitter, go over to Twitter and follow us at Who All There. and turn on those notifications as well, because we tweet some funny stuff a lot of the time. So get in there, support us. We love you for being here and paying attention. It means so much.
Okay, Leah, turn
Right,
on the waterworks.
Turn on my team.
Leah, Angela.
All of it. But no, for real, we appreciate all of you. We love you. Thanks for hanging out with us in the chat and kicking it. Y'all have a wonderful night. Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
Before you have a wonderful night and enjoy the rest of your holiday, this is a reminder that if you have not got your tickets to Oz's event in Cali, House Chops, who are gonna be there will be there. So if you are in Cali, shout us out, because we love chatting with y'all in the comments. So this is your reminder: get your ones and your twos and your P's and your Q's together. So if you will be there, let us know. But you have the opportunity to get your tickets, and we hope we see y'all there.
And if you get your tickets after listening to us, make sure you post about it and then tag us, so we let the people know y'all got your ticket. Hey, who are gonna be there told you to get their tickets, and you don't want to miss out. Like Eli went for the first time last year, and he can tell you this is not what you don't want to miss this. The BB finale, House Chops, is the move.
It's
fun.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a lovely night. Bye.